Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss chapter 5 of class 11th, Laws of Motion, and topic is friction. Friction. What is friction? When a body moves or tends to move over the surface of another body, a force comes into play which acts parallel to the surface of the contact and opposes the relative motion. This opposing force is called friction. Like in this diagram, there are two diagrams. In upper one, the body is moving towards right, direction of motion is given, so force of friction is towards left. In second diagram, the direction of motion is towards left and force of friction is towards right. It shows that the frictional force is opposite to direction of motion or direction of impending motion. Static friction. It is the friction which comes into play when one body tends to move over the surface of another body but actually not moving. Static friction does not exist by itself. Static means at rest. When body is trying to move but actually not moving, at that time the opposing force which stops the body move is called static friction. When there is no applied force, there is no static friction. It comes into play the moment there is an applied force. As applied force F increases, static friction also increases, remaining equal and opposite to applied force up to a certain limit, keeping the body at rest. स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन वो फ्रिक्शन है जिसमें बॉडी रेस्ट पे रहती है, पर जब आप फोर्स अप्लाई करेंगे देन फ्रिक्शन स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन विल come into existence. If there is no applied force, then static friction is also zero. As applied force increases, static friction also increases up to a certain limit. That maximum limit is called limiting value of static friction, or that is the maximum value of static friction. Hence, it is called static friction because body is at rest. Static friction opposes impending motion. Now topic is, what is impending motion? Impending motion. The motion that takes place under the effect of applied force if friction is absent. But it does not actually take place. एक्चुअली बॉडी एक पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन में मूव करने की कोशिश करती है बट एक्चुअली बॉडी इज नॉट मूविंग. दैट टेंडेंसी ऑफ ए बॉडी टू मूव इज कॉल्ड impending motion. Static friction is a self-adjusting force because as applied force increases, static friction also increases. It adjusts its value according to applied force, so it is called self-adjusting force. As applied force exceeds a certain limit, the body begins to move. It is found experimentally that the limiting value of static friction, or we can say Fs maximum, is independent of area of contact and varies with normal force N, as Fs max is equal to mu s n. Here mu s is a constant of proportionality and called coefficient of static friction, and n is the normal force, and Fs stands for static friction and it is maximum. It means mu s depends only on the nature of surfaces in contact. Thus, law of static friction may be written as Fs, either it is less than or equal to mu Sn. Mu s is the coefficient of static friction. So maximum value of static friction is equal to mu s n, or here we can say static friction is directly proportional to normal force n. If applied force F exceeds Fs max, body begins to slide on the surface. It is found experimentally that when relative motion has started, the frictional force decreases from static maximum value, Fs max. When body is actually moving, then friction is little less than its maximum value. That is called kinetic friction when body is actually moving. The frictional force that opposes relative motion between surfaces in contact is called kinetic or sliding friction. The friction between two surfaces in contact when there is actually motion. It is denoted by Fk. It stands for kinetic friction. K stands for kinetic and F stands for friction. Kinetic friction is independent of the area of contact. Fk is nearly independent of the velocity. It satisfies a law similar to that of static friction. Here Fk is equal to mu k n, where Fk is the kinetic friction is equal to mu k is the coefficient of kinetic friction and n is the normal force. Here mu k is coefficient of kinetic friction. It depends only on the surfaces in contact. And we know that mu k is less than mu s when static friction is maximum. When relative motion has begun, acceleration of body according to Newton's second law is given by A is equal to net force divided by mass. Net force means applied force capital F minus Fk is the kinetic friction divided by m. M is the mass of the body. For a body moving with constant velocity, F is equal to Fk. It means applied force is equal to kinetic friction and body is moving with constant velocity. Acceleration is 0. If applied force on the body is removed, its acceleration A will be is equal to minus Fk upon m. According to above formula, capital F applied force is equal to 0. So acceleration A is equal to minus Fk upon m and it eventually comes to a stop. Graph between applied force versus frictional force. This is the graph. On x-axis applied force capital F is taken and on y-axis it is frictional force, or simply we can say friction. Initially graph is a straight line. As applied force increases, frictional force also increases and body is at rest till a friction reaches its maximum value. That maximum value of friction is called limiting value of friction and denoted by Fs max. Till this maximum limit, applied force and frictional force are directly proportional. Okay, and when body has started its motion, then friction is decreased a little bit and after that friction becomes constant. If we keeps on increasing the applied force, then friction will not increase. and when body is actually moving, the friction is called kinetic friction. It is denoted by here Fk. Laws of friction. First one, it is independent of area of contact. Second point, it opposes the relative motion. Its direction is always opposite to the motion of the body, or we can say relative motion. Third one, it depends on the nature of surfaces in contact. Fourth one, the force of friction is directly proportional to normal reaction force. These are the laws of friction. Rolling friction. The friction comes into play when one body rolls over the surface of other body. Why there is a need to convert sliding friction into rolling friction? The answer is it is because rolling friction is much lesser than sliding friction. Next is cause of rolling friction. When wheel rolls over the road, it exerts large pressure due to small area. This causes a slight depression of the road below and a small elevation or mount in front of it, which causes the rolling friction. This depression and mount is the cause of rolling friction, which arises due to the larger pressure due to small area. Friction is necessary, or we can say advantages of friction. First one, it helps us to walk. If friction will not be there, we cannot walk, we will slip over. It helps us to stop the moving vehicles. Brakes will work only when friction is there. On a highly smooth surface, a moving vehicle will not stop. It will skid. It helps us to transfer the energy from one part of machine to other. We have seen in different machines like in atta chakki, okay? There are two wheels and one belt is there which is moving over the wheels. So energy is transferred with the help of that belt from one wheel to other. If friction will not be there, then that belt will slip over the wheels and energy will not be transferred from motor to wheels or to other parts. Nails and screws join various parts due to friction. If friction will not be there, then screw and nails will slip over that surface and they will come out. It helps us to write. We can write over the surface, over the blackboard or any page due to friction. If friction will not be there, then we will not be able to write. Just try to write on a highly smooth surface with the help of chalk. You will not be able to write. Friction is an evil. Explain. Or we can say disadvantages of friction. It causes wear and tear. It decreases the efficiency of machines. Heat is produced in machines due to friction, which damages the machines. As it has both advantages and disadvantages, so it is called necessary evil. Necessary भी है और evil बुराई भी है. Methods to reduce friction. First one, by polishing. When we polish any surface, its friction decreases. By lubrication, we can reduce friction. by streamlining, by by designing proper shapes, giving proper shapes to the objects so that friction will reduce. By using ball bearings, by using anti-friction alloys, some surfaces has less friction than other. So by selecting suitable surfaces, by using suitable surfaces, by using air cushion, just a air gap, just a provide a gap between the surface so that air can pass easily and friction will be reduced. This is a picture which is showing the use of ball bearings, and what these ball bearings are doing, converting sliding friction into rolling friction. These ball bearings are very small spherical balls used between the two sliding surfaces so that sliding friction will be converted into rolling friction. Lubrication. The action of applying a substance such as oil or grease to an engine or any component so as to minimize friction and allow smooth movement is called lubrication. It is action of applying a substance such as oil or grease to any engine or any component to reduce the friction, to allow smooth movement. Instruments with moving parts may require lubrication to reduce friction. It is the action of making a process run smoothly. This is lubrication. Lubrication means oiling or greasing any surface, any part of the machine to reduce friction. This is all about friction. Thank you. Have a nice day.